the case itself is fine. So it's just these little screws. Obviously, you know, that guy said that, Sagan said that, like, he did resolve this in later runs. So it's fine. Slayer SP SMH, yeah. I'll try and clean them up a little bit. Just for the sake of, you know. If there was a keyboard genie, what 3 keyboards would I wish for? That's a really good question. Do they have to exist? Or can they be theoretical? Like, they've been interest checked, for example, but never released. Thanks for the follow, Booger. Yeah, it's just a little rusty around the knurling, it looks like, because these are knurled. See, there's the stain. So I'm just going to clean them up a little bit. It's not really necessary, but I want the guy that buys this to, like, not have to do it. When's my 1800 coming? My goal is to interest check during the summer, and then hopefully have the group buy before the end of the year, and then try and deliver in Q1 next year. This is assuming, like, the world stops being on fire, because I'm not really comfortable starting the any process of the I-80 until the ISOs are at least decently shipped. Alright, here's our 4 little screws. Let's pop this baby open. Bam. Woo! Forgot about that. So should I take the stabs out? Yeah, I think I should take the stabs out. There's a little bit of lube stains. Nothing wrong with a little bit of lube stains. Let me wiggle this out real quick. There we go. Wait, how is the PCB held in? Is the PCB held in? I don't remember. Wilba's in here. Wait, are the ISOs still going out? Yeah, unfortunately. Screws. These are the... Oh no, there's screws that are not stabilizers. Okay, yeah. Okay, so yes, the ISOs are still going out, and due to the fact that international logistics right now is just destroyed, we had to stop. We had to stop shipping. So it was like 40-50% shipped. And then I basically harassed Senin into sending another small batch quite recently. And it turns out like all of it came back and we got hit with a bunch of return fees. So we gotta wait. Ew, those are Phillips screws? Yeah, I mean, they're M2. And M2 is most often Phillips, because that's what you'll use for stabilizers and everything. So I guess it makes sense. I mean, so there's still a chance to buy one off some guy? Yeah, of course. Like, what's the difference between I-80 and I-1? Nothing. They're both purely theoretical. Except for the I-1 that's right there. That exists. No thanks, I don't want strip heads after 5 seconds. I mean, okay, again, doesn't matter if it's Hex or Torx or Phillips. All it matters is, you know, that it's a good quality screw. I love me some good quality screws. Alright, how many more screws are holding this thing in? I hope 0. Nope, not 0. There's still one right there. Yeah, the screws that Elaine used in her earlier runs were kind of shit. Like, they were not the manufacturer screws. She removed the manu screws and used her own screws, and they were still kind of shit. That's the problem with screws. Like, it's really hard to find good screws. I'm very proud of the screws we used in ISO. Like, we assembled them with a power drill. That's how good they are. Private run screws were fine. I don't remember how mine were. Wait, was I private run? Yeah, I think I was the private run. There we go. Brass weight? Yeah, brass weight. And the very first batch of colors. It was the very light purple instead of the darker purple. All right. So we're gonna pop off these stabilizers because I want to keep them. Didn't even know there was different quality screws. So there's huge amounts of differences between screws. So there's the composition, first of all. So like you'll have 316 steel, or you'll have 304 or 18-8, right? Or like 916. There are different grades of steel, but that still doesn't mean much because cheap Chinese manufacturers will, you know, say, oh, this is 316, but it's a terrible 316, or it's not even 316. So there's like no rules for actual specifications to follow. So it's kind of the Wild West. I mean, I assume in like decent countries there are, but in China, you know how it is. But yeah, I mean, you want good material, and then you want good molds. Are titanium screws any good? I don't know, actually. I've only used stainless steel, though when I work on my i2, if titanium screws actually offer a decent weight saving, then I might go with titanium screws. Because I want to keep the weight on that like as low as humanly possible. Oh god, polycarb screws, Jesus Christ. Shoot me now. Take me out of the game of life. We got a good amount of stabs from just disassembling boards today. It's nice that I won't have to lube these or do anything. They're just ready to go. All right, let's see how the PCB is holding up in terms of lube. Yeah, there's some lube stains, as is customary with all of my keyboards. Some lube stains right there, lube stain there, lube stains over here. But nothing a little... What's going to happen to this XXT? I plan to sell it at some point. But for now, I'm just going to put it in a box. Because I don't use it, and it's literally just, you know, getting rusted by existing, so... Shout out to Wilba for this PCB. Yeah, I know shipping, but like I'm gonna offer like a decent enough rate so it compensates for shipping. So shout out to Wilba for this PCB, even though it's hot swap, which makes me want to hang myself. It's super well done. It's got freaking in-switch RGB, which is wild. It's very clean. I love the matte finish. The way that he's done the traces is very pretty. This was before he started doing more curvy things, design-wise. But it's very cute. That's very nice. That's very nice. That's all printed on with traces. Roma. All right. Let's see if I still have the original bag for the PCB. Because I don't think I do, but it's worth a try. Is this the whole thing? Yeah, this is the whole thing. Fuck. So I guess not. It's just one box. The fuck? Okay. I thought it was like multiple boxes. But it's just the one. So I'm gonna have to get an anti-static bag for the PCB. We'll do that now. I've lost 1 hour worth of Simon coins. You shouldn't have gambled them. Oh no, you didn't. You weren't in the stream. Zamp. Did your cable for the P1 oxidize? I don't know. I'm not using it. But every stock cable, like no matter how nice, will oxidize. Always. Like even my like higher end IEM cables just immediately oxidize because of the high humidity here. Mine did, it turned green. Mine turned like greenish blue. Alright, that's all set. Yeah. so weird? It's not that weird. It's fairly normal for copper to oxidize. Copper always turns green. Alright, that's the PCB pretty much ready to ship. So we've got the internal weight here. What I'd like to do is clean it up a little bit. I think, oh, it's brass. That explains it. Yeah, brass is just terrible. It seems to be full sealed. It's never a full seal. With time, the seals will break. Need to get a dry box for everything. Yeah. All right. That's clean. I mean, the grease is still there, but what are you going to do? It's an internal weight anyway, so it shouldn't matter. It's the external one we care about. All right, let's take a peek at the bottom, make sure it's all nice and clean.